Welcome back, friends. Today we're going to talk about the cycle of fifths, and we're going to put in perspective the minor keys as well. So these are relative minor keys. Let's fix that little thing over there. All right. Minor keys, okay? So the cycle of fifths, which we're going to get a little review from this, as well as putting in perspective the relative minor. So let's take a look at that for a minute, maybe 45 minutes. Let's see how we do. Fantastic. This is all wonderful. Once you put these ideas in perspective, it gives us a little bit more perspective. There you go. On the cycle of fifths and the minor keys as well. So let's dive in. Where is my Classroom Maestro? Come on, let's try that again. Share screen. Where is Classroom Maestro, for God's sake? There it is. All right. So, as you remember the cycle of fifths, first key is C. Now, its relative minor is basically the sixth scale degree. A minor, or down 3, up 6, or down 3. C major, A minor. They both have the same scale. It's just another mode of C major. So in other words, you could play D to D, which is Dorian, E to E, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, minor, or Aeolian. So C major, A minor. So A minor is the relative minor. If we were to say, what's the parallel minor of C major, it would be parallel C minor. So that's the difference. Major, relative minor. So for the purposes of our cycle of fifths, A minor is the scale that shares the same key signature as C major. Let's come back front and center and talk about that for a second. So 12 o'clock is C major. That's the C major scale, all white notes. Now, A minor is also all white notes. And that's pretty much the same key signature, but it's also shared by A minor. And we're going to do that for the entire cycle of fifths. All we have to do is take our root and go down 3 half steps to find our relative minor. All right, let's dive in. Classroom Maestro. Now we've got this thing cooking. Now don't forget, these are scales too. So A minor is the shared scale, and you would find that same key signature at 12 o'clock. You would find that same key signature at 12 o'clock. A minor. Great, so we're moving up the cycle of fifths to 1 o'clock, G major. And its relative minor, let's go down 3, is E minor. So what does that mean? The key of E minor also has 1 sharp in it. That's E natural minor, where the 6th scale degree is also just a half step above the 5th, just like in Hatikva. All right? E minor has an F sharp in it, just like G major. It's the same key signature. So G major, relative minor, E minor. All right, let's not get too far afield there, David. All right, so we've got, now 2 sharps is D major, remember? So its relative minor would be B minor. 2 sharp key for B minor, 2 o'clock, D major is shared by B minor. I use 1, 2, 3. Just two sharps in B minor. We could alter the 5-chorded minor to major because there's the 5-1 relationship. Okay? Now flat 6 in minor is major. So the chords of minor, 2 is diminished. 3 is major, 4 is minor, 5 is minor, or it can become dominant. That flat 6 and 7 chord are both major, 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 minor. Those are the chords of your B minor. Or, now when you turn minor into if you change the dominant, you get what we call a harmonic minor. Has that little Jewish scale there, that, or Arabic scale. And it has a minor third interval. But I digress as usual. All right, so you have D major, 2-sharp system, shared by B minor. Let's move on to the 3 sharps. Is A major, yes? Did we do D? Okay, so let's start again. C, A minor, G, E minor, D, B minor. 2-sharp system is shared by B minor. Okay, so the next one is A. F sharp minor. So the relative minor of A major, 3-sharp system, is F sharp minor. Also has 3 sharps. Those are your 3 sharps right there. Same thing as A major, just in a different position. Once again, if you're playing the scale, you could change that to a harmonic minor so you get the dominant. All right. So 3-sharp system, A major is shared by F sharp minor. Let's move up to E major, going up a 5th. To E major, its relative minor, C sharp minor. E major has 4 sharps. C sharp minor, also 4 o'clock, is the shared key. The relative minor of E major, C sharp minor. Also 4 sharps. I start with a long finger, a 2 or a 3, thumb, thumb. Relative minor of E major, C sharp minor. Going thinking 4 sharps to 5 sharps. B major. What's its relative minor? G sharp minor, 5 sharps. Once again, the white notes in 5 sharps are just B and E, just like in B major. So G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Little mistake there. So I want to use those white notes that are close to the left side of the black. That's 4 sharps, G sharp minor. It's a 4 sharp system. Nope, 5 sharps. G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp. Sorry, 5 sharp system for G sharp minor. That's right, 4 sharps would be C sharp minor, G sharp minor, 5 sharp system. Yeah. And that's okay, I don't really operate in 5 sharps with G sharp minor too much. Yes, B major is 5 sharps, E major is 4 sharps, but from teaching all this, sometimes you just get into stuff that's a little bit more technical. So 5 sharp system is shared by B major, G sharp minor. Now let's go to the dark side of the moon, that I call it. Why? It's just like, way on the opposite side of C major, exactly 6 o'clock, F sharp major, or G flat major. Let's just go through that real quick. All right, so here's your F sharp major, D sharp minor. So F sharp major is shared by D sharp minor. We'll call it D sharp. Now, this is going to have an E sharp in it. D sharp, E sharp. We have to call it a separate name here. D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp. So it's 7 notes, 6 of them are sharp. D sharp, E sharp. Even though it's a white note, we're calling it an E sharp. D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. B is the only note that's not going to have a sharp in it. Let's think of it as G flat now. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. So this is going to be not an E sharp, but an F. C flat, B, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat. 6 flats. Even though it's a B, it's considered a C flat, D flat, E flat, F is the only normal note. That is who it is. C flat and F. C flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat. Once again, let's go to F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp. So we had a C flat or an E sharp, depending on if you're talking about F sharp or G flat. Once again, it's not so important to get all of these details, just be able to play the G flat major chord and scale, and then its relative minor is E flat minor, or if you're in F sharp major, just call it D sharp minor. Again, this is really less important for you to deal with because not too many pieces of music are written in G flat or F sharp. Some are, and it's much easier to play than think of these, flats. Especially if it's a C flat or an F flat when it looks like a B or an E. So just a matter of nomenclature, and when you're composing, you want to write the right notes. Anyway, let's forget about all this nonsense and let's move on to the flat keys. We're doing relative minor, not parallel minor. This is relative minor. Parallel minor is just the same name. So if it's D major, its parallel minor is D minor. Right? These are parallel keys. And that goes back to our weird cycle of fifths thing, because once you go to a parallel minor, you're going 3 notches to the right or to the left. So if you're F major, there's 1 flat. F minor is 4 flats. Notice they're 3 apart. That gets into that advanced theory of the missing pitch theory. Let's just do our relative minors in the cycle of fifths now on the flat side of things. Here we go. Sharing screen, class with Maestro. Bada bing, bada bang. Here we are. Okay, so we're going down to F. F major, D minor. So F major, down 3. So F major is 1 flat system, shared by D minor. Also a 1 flat system, it just sits differently in its scale. Here it's on the 4th scale degree. Here it's on the 6th scale degree. Great. So that's one flat system. That's 11 o'clock. So we're going to a two flat system. It's relative minor. Relative. The relatives have to sit lower, on the totem pole on the class system, so its relative is lower, if you want to think of it that way. Down minor third, G minor, same two flat system. Flat 6, flat 7, two major chords. Cool. Great, so we have F. Now we're going to a 3 flat system, E flat. Nope. Half step. 3 flat system, and its relative minor would be C minor. So 3 flat system shared by E flat major and C minor. 3 flats. Chords. Could do that as major or minor. Don't forget 6, 7, 8 are major, major, minor. It's like a lot of songs are. Have that. It's like, what is that Leonard Skinner song? Do that in every key if you want. Minor. Chord progressions, that's going to be next for us, right? 4 flat system, please, which will be, let's go from 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock. 8 o'clock, 4 flat system. A flat major is shared by F minor. 8 o'clock, 4 flat system, A flat major is shared by F minor. Chords of F minor. 3 is always major, 4 is minor, 5 is minor but can be used as major because it's a dominant of that key. Flat 6 is major, flat 7 is major, 1. So your major chords are 3, 6, and 7. And you could play around with minor and major keys, and that's also a compositional idea where you don't know what key you're in if you're in major or minor. Let's say you start in the middle of somewhere. There's a very interesting point. We spoke in the last lesson about the dominant flat 5 chord. We could use that function instead of as a French augmented as a flat 6 chord. We could use it as a flat 2, as a flat 2 dominant, which is really a replacement of the dominant chord itself. So, because it's a symmetrical chord, if we take these 2 notes in the bottom and put it up top, then becomes an E flat chord. Isn't that amazing? And an E flat goes to A flat. But in this position, it looks like an A dominant or flat 2, which in jazz is allowable to do a flat 2 as a replacement of the dominant. All right, that's a little bit advanced for you, but let's continue on our path here of relative minor. We're up to D flat. D flat is going to be 7 o'clock. That's right, 5 flats. Let's call this D flat, please. Do, whole step, half, whole step, half. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Opposite of 5 o'clock, sorry, 7 o'clock. And we've got 2 white notes that are their correct names, F and C. Okay, it's not an F flat or a C flat in here, just F and C. 5 and 2. There are 2 white notes and 5 black notes. In D flat, we're going down to B flat minor. I start with a long finger, thumb, and another thumb. Don't forget, flat 6, flat 7, 1. There we go, little mistake. Freebird, that's the name of that damn song. It just keeps going and on and on and on. That's your to 7, flat 7 chorded minor, flat 6, 5, 1. All right, so D flat, 5 flat system goes to a B flat minor, also 5 flat system. And then we're off to G flat again, and its relative minor would be E flat minor. And that's 6 flats, E flat, G, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat. D flat, E flat, is that correct? Yes, because we have one note that's correct, would be an F, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat. And since it's a 6 flat system, we need a C flat here. Each note has to have its own name. E something, F something, G something, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat has to be a C something. It's obviously a C flat, and D flat. E flat minor. Okay, so G flat, if you're considering that, let's go back to the screen here for a second. So if you're thinking 6 flats for that, bottom 6 o'clock time slot, if you're thinking of it as F sharp, its relative minor would be D sharp minor. If it's 6 flats, it's G flat, and its relative minor is E flat minor. Okay? Again, parallel minor is something else completely. Parallel minors, don't even think of it in terms of this cycle of fifths at all. It's just, just another concept out there. G flat major, its parallel minor is G flat minor. It's another world because it doesn't relate to the cycle of fifths. Once again, once you do parallel keys, you'll be shifting 3 notches in the cycle of fifths. So keeping it simple, if we're in, let's say, D major, 2 sharp system, D major is 2 sharp system, D minor is 1 flat. So if you think of 2 sharps, 3 notches on the cycle of fifths. Parallel keys move you 3 notches either way. So if you're in A major, it's 3 sharps, A minor, 0 sharps. A major, 3 sharps. A minor is like a C system. There you go. 3 sharps, now 0 sharps. Once there were 3, minus 3. It's always a motion of 3 when you do parallel keys. Picking another one just for fun, E major. E major is 4 sharps. E minor, if you remember, is the relative minor of G. G is 1 sharp. E is 1 sharp. E major is 1 sharp. Its parallel key is E minor, which is the same key signature as G major. It's 1 sharp. 4 minus 3. E, A, D, G. One sharp system. E minor, one sharp system. E major, four sharp system. Let's play the game a little bit more. B major, five sharp system. B minor, two sharp system. What's 5 minus 2? 3. Let's do something a little bit more. Let's do the left side. Go to the flat side. E flat, 3 flats. E flat major, its parallel minor is 6 flats. E flat minor. So 3 to 6, difference of 3. That works a little weird, doesn't it? It's always going backwards there. We did F. F is 1 flat. F minor is 4 flats. Pick 2 flat system, B flat. What's a B flat minor? B flat minor is D flat major, 5 flats. So B flat major to B flat minor. B flat major is 2 flats. B flat minor is 5 flats. B flat minor is the relative minor of D flat major. D flat major, B flat minor, both share 5 flats. Let's do, we did E flat. Did we do B flat? We did a B flat. We did a lot of them. How about C? C major, 0 flats, 0 sharps. C minor, 3 flats. Everything, parallel keys are three notches away. Did we do D flat? Yes. How about what's 5 flats? D flat? D flat is 5 flats. D flat minor? What is D flat minor? Be that G double flat or something? I don't know. D flat minor, G double flat minor. It's getting a little bit weird here. All right. Well, stump the monkey. There you go. All right. So we'll figure that out. Somebody will probably comment to me, and some genius out there will say, well, it is F flat or G double flat minor. I'm not getting into no double flats. Let's correct my English. We're not getting into any double flats. That's a little bit just too much. But you understand the idea. Parallel systems take you 3 notches up or down. G major, 1 sharp. G minor goes backwards to 2 flats. G major, 1 sharp. G minor, 2 flats, like B flat. D major, D minor. So it seems like the parallel keys are always taking us counterclockwise, it would seem, right? A major, 3 system, 3 sharp system, A minor. It's going counterclockwise. That's cool. Always discover when you teach, right? E major, 4 sharp system, E minor, 1 sharp system. Seems to be going backwards there. Same thing with 4 sharps, E major, 5 sharps, B major, and then B minor. We did that. B major 5, B minor 3, F sharp major, F sharp minor. F sharp minor is what? That's 3, right? F sharp minor is A major system. So F sharp 3 is 6, going to F sharp minor is 3 sharp system to A. So it's always moving counterclockwise. It's cool, even in the flats and the sharps. Who knew? Anyway, so here we go. We now have a set of ideas on how to do parallel minor keys, and we understand the cycle of fifths with the relative minor. So we have the cycle of fifths: C major, A minor, G major, E minor, D major, B minor. Just go down a minor third. A major, F sharp minor. E major, 4 sharp system, C sharp minor. B major, G sharp minor. F sharp minor, F sharp major, shared by D sharp minor. Same 6 sharp system is now 6 flat system, G flat. Major is E flat minor, 6 flats. And we have 5 flats in D flat major, which is B flat minor. 4 flats, A flat major is shared by F minor, 4 flats. E flat major is shared by, it's E flat. What are we doing now? Relative minor of E flat major is C minor. Also 3 flats. It's getting more simple here. E flat major, C minor, B flat major, G minor, F major, D minor, C, A minor. It's a cycle of fifths. Now you have a perspective of where those minor keys are. It gets a little funky there on the bottom there, the 6 sharp system, 5 flat systems. I mean, even if you just master those few near the top, at the beginning level, G major, E minor, D major, B minor, A major, F sharp minor, E major, C sharp minor, 5 sharps, B major, G sharp minor. Nobody needs G sharp minor. It's so unusable. F sharp, forgot about it. And go backwards now. F major, 1 flat system, D minor, just a 1 flat. B flat major, G minor. E flat, C minor, those are usable. A flat major, F minor, that's cool. D flat, 5 flat system, B flat minor. Okay. G flat, you don't have to worry about G flat major and E flat minor. But basically, you understand how the cycle of fifths now from a larger perspective of its relative minor keys. They're basically the same key signature, as I've said. The same key signature. G major, 1 sharp, E minor, 1 sharp. D major, 2 sharps, B minor, 2 sharps. The same 2 sharps. A major, 3 sharps, F sharp minor, it's the same 3 sharps as the A major. It's just in a different position because you're shifting down 2. So in A major, C sharp was the 3rd note of the scale, and then in F sharp minor, C sharp is the 5th. So just shifts perspective there. But you could master these cycle of fifths and now understand the cycle of fifths from their relative minor. And you'll see often in the picture of a cycle of fifths, you'll see the relative minor written in there. So I will hopefully put that into the video if I want to take the time to edit that. Meanwhile, congratulations on learning the cycle of fifths with the added lens of the relative minor. Don't forget the difference between relative minor and parallel minor. Relative minor, go down 3/2 steps or minor third interval. Parallel minor is the same name. C major, it's parallel minor, C minor. And that's going to bop you 3 notches over. So parallel minor versus relative minor. I think we got this. If there are any questions for clarification, I think it would be good just to review the video and take it slow. Be kind to yourself. It's a little advanced for some. You never know, what the level out there is. There are some people that are much higher level than I am that are advanced composers. I don't think it's going to be too useful for them if they already know these. But for those people who are interested in learning, in detail, music theory that they teach in college music theory, I think this could be very beneficial for you. Once again, if you would take the time to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Like and comment are also important. Even if it's just a quick question, I really appreciate it. And I made like 6 videos today. And once it gets a little late in the hotel here, I'm going to edit it. And little children sleeping down below. So I'm just going to call it quits soon and get these things out to you. Once again, keep practicing. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and being great followers. Most importantly, keep practicing. We're not sharing screen, dude. There you go. Over and out. Thanks again, everybody. Blessings.